Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I just wanted to talk a little bit about Cabernet Sauvignon. So first off, Cabernet Sauvignon is one of the most well-known and most respected, most sought-after grape varietals in the world. And it actually is kind of a latecomer to the party. It's a cross of Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc. And some Frenchmen in the early 19th century created it in Bordeaux, which, if you're not familiar with Bordeaux, it's a very famous wine growing region in the western part of France. So there's a couple reasons why it's so sought after, and also it can be a little pricey. The first one being the fact that it's a very consistent wine, and if people are looking for a certain flavor or a certain style to the wine, they can go to Cabernet Sauvignon no matter where it's from and know that it's most of the time going to be a more full-bodied, red, drier in style, and most of the time fruit forward. So I've got a couple examples here. The first one that's in my glass is a Napa Cab, and you can kind of tell by the color this is actually a little bit light for a Cabernet. It's still a dark red, not quite purple color, but they can be much darker and much more tannic. Now, with that said, Cabernet Sauvignon likes a lot of sunshine and not so much water or cold weather, winter, stuff like that. So Napa Valley, California in general, is a great climate for it, and the grapes get really ripe and really full, and because of that the alcohol percentage is high. It's a very fruit forward wine, and if they use oak treatment, new oak treatment, it adds even more oomph to it. California Cabernet Sauvignon is going to be a very strong dry wine. South African Cabernet Sauvignon from Backsburg, which is in Paarl in South Africa. You got a very similar climate style to California, Central California, in that it's very warm and not a whole lot of rain. You're gonna get a nice dry, heavy, fruit forward red, some earthy tones in this. It's a little bit different of a flavor coming from South Africa. And last but not least, for the newer world Cabernet Sauvignons, I've got one from Paso Robles. Again, full-bodied, fruit-forward wine, and it's age-worthy. And the reason being, it's got a lot of tannins and is very full-bodied. Typically, bigger wines just age longer, especially if you add in that new oak treatment. It's going to age even longer and just turn into a finessed, nice red wine over time. Now, I do have a couple examples from Bordeaux here, which they're from different areas and they do not say Cabernet Sauvignon. They've actually got Bordeaux and then the name of the town that it's from, name of the winery. And most of the time you're not going to see the name Cabernet Sauvignon, the name of the grape varietal, on these bottles from Bordeaux. A lot of Europe in general is very focused on the area rather than the grape varietal. And in Bordeaux, they do blends. They can use 5 different grape varietals. Cabernet Sauvignon is one of the top 2 that's used in the blends. So both of these are from the left bank. I'll show you where that's at. Come on over here. So this is Bordeaux here, and my examples are, one is from Pauillac, and then the other one is from Margaux, which you can see the Gironde River here kind of splits the beginning of the left bank and the right bank of Bordeaux. So here on the left bank, it's a gravelly, rocky type of soil composition. They do plant quite a bit of Cabernet Sauvignon here on this left bank, although it's usually a blend, and Cabernet Sauvignon is usually the leading grape varietal. You will see some blends that are, different leading varietals. So the right bank is more of a clay, softer soil composition, and you're gonna see more Merlot leading blends here from the right bank. So there's a couple things to look for whenever you're searching for a good bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon. Most of them, like I was saying, are very consistent in the fact that it's going to be a bolder, drier, heavier red wine. Price point can be way up there if it's a Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, or it could be very moderate if it's South American, South African.